data. It is the fourth chapter. Which one? The diagrammatic and graphic presentation of data. The statistical data, when written in the form of tabular, it is not easily understood by common man. The statistical data, when written in the tabular form, are not easily understood by common men. For them, a diagrammatic and graphical presentation is used. For them, a diagrammatic and graphical presentation is used. Hence, the diagrams and graphs are needed for presentation of data to common man. Hence, the diagrams and graphs are needed to presentation of data to common man. It is very essential for common man. Okay. The next, the graphs are used to statisticians for understanding the theorems and results in the statistics. Graphs are used to understanding the theorems and results in the statistics. Okay. Here, now, let us discuss about the diagram. Okay. Here, what is a diagram? What is said to be diagram? You have already heard that diagram. Then tell me what is the diagram. Here the diagram is a visual form. Here the diagram is nothing but it is a visual form. Visual means noduvanthadu, attraction. Here the diagram is a visual form for presentation of statistical data. Visual form for presentation of statistical data, highlighting their basic facts, and relationship. What is the diagram? Yeah, diagram is a visual form. It is a visual form for presentation of statistical data, highlighting their basic facts and relationship. Okay, iವಾಗ ಇರೋದಲ್ಲ diagram attractions ಇರ್ತದ. Okay, here form for presentation of statistical data. tabular form ಏನಲ್ಲ diagram ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ tabular form ಈಜಿ ಆಗಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, here the diagram ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಷ್ಟು attraction ಆಗ್ತದ, ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ತಲೆ ಕೂತದ. It is a visual form for presentation of statistical data, highlighting their basic facts and relationship. ಆ diagram ದಾಗ ಏನಲ್ಲ ನಾವು ಬಾರ್ಸ್ ಹಾಕಬಹುದು, ಕಲರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಬಹುದು, ಏನೇ ಕೊಟ್ಟಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಹೈಲೈಟ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಲ್ಲ ಈಜಿ ಆಗಿ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. It is a diagram. Diagram is a visual form for presentation of statistical data, highlighting their basic facts and relationships. Highlighting their basic facts and relationship is called diagram. Okay. The next one is objectives of diagrams and graphical representation. Importance. Importance or need of diagram and graphs. Importance is also called as need. Importance or need of diagrammatic and graphical presentation of data. Here the first importance is they are attractive. First importance is what? They are attractive. they are attractive. Here, hence the diagrams and graphs are commonly used in newspaper and magazines. Here, the diagrams and graphs are commonly used in yes, the diagrams and graphs are commonly used in advertisement, newspaper and magazines for the purpose of advertisements and campaign. Here, the first, what is the first important? Here, it is the attractive. Diagram is attractive. That is, here, the diagrams and graphs are commonly used in newspapers and magazines. It is commonly used in newspapers and magazines for the purpose of advertisements and campaign. For the purpose of advertisements and campaign. Second, what is second importance? They facilitate comparison. Second important is they facilitate comparison. ಒಂದು ಡಯಾಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಚೆಕ್ ನೋಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೂ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾರಿಸನ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಯಾವ್ದು ಚಲೋದ ಏನದ ಡೇಟಾ ಯಾವ್ದು ಅಂತ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಹಿಯರ್ ದ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒನ್ ಇಸ್ ದೇ facilitate means to make easier. They facilitate comparison. The next one, they give birds eye of the data. It looks like here the diagrams and graphs are look like bird's eye of the data. Bird's eye of the data means ಓವರ್ ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ಹೊರಟಿರ್ತಾವ, ನಾವು ಪಕ್ಷಿಗಳು ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ತೇವೆ, ಒಂದೇ ಸಮನಾಗಿ ನೋಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾವ, ನೋಡೋಣ ಹೆಂಗೋ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾವ, ಚಲೋ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾವಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ diagram is also it looks like they give the bird eye of the data. The next fourth one, they can be remembered for a long period of time. They can be remembered for a long period of time. They can be remembered for a long period of time. Once a diagram and graph check ಮಾಡಿದ್ರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಲಾಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಆಫ್ ಟೈಮ್ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಬಹಳ ವರ್ಷ ಮಟ್ಟ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, ಬಹಳ ತಿಂಗಳು ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬಹುದು. ಓಕೆ, the next fifth one, here they can be easily understood by common man. They can be easily understood by common men. They can be easily understood by common men. ಇವಾಗ ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಕಾಮನ್ ಮ್ಯಾನ್ ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪರ್ಟ್ ಇರ್ತಾರೆ, ನೋಡಿದ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಅಟ್ರಾಕ್ಷನ್ ಅನಿಸ್ಬಿಡ್ತದ, ಚಲೋ ಅನಿಸ್ತದ. They can be easily understood by common men. Okay, these are the importance of diagrams and graphical representation of data. Here first one is what? They are attractive. Second one is they facilitate comparison. Third one is they give bird's eye of the data. Fourth one is they can be remembered for a long period of time. And fifth one is they can be easily understood by common men. common man. These are the importance of diagrammatic and graphical representation of data. The next point is general rules for constructing a diagrams and graphs. General rules for constructing general rules for constructing diagrams and graphs. General rules for constructing diagrams and graphs. Here the first rule is every diagram have a suitable title and it is written above it. Here the every diagram have a suitable title. Okay, diagram plot ಮಾಡ್ತಿರಪ್ಪ ಅಂದ್ರೆ title ಬೇಗ ಕಂಪಲ್ಸರಿ title ಬೇಕೇ ಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದ. Here the every diagram have a suitable title and it is written above it. First thing the starting of the title of the diagram. It should be mentioned in the diagram and graphical. Here every diagram have a suitable title and it is written above it. The next second one, the diagram should be neat and attractive. Here the diagram should be neat and attractive. The second rule is the diagram should be neat and attractive. Third one, diagram should be complete. Diagram should be complete in all respects. Diagram should be complete in all respects. Diagram alla adake nilsongilla. Diagram should be complete in all the respects. The next, proper scale should be used. Proper scale should be used. Here the fourth rule is what? Proper scale should be used. Here the proper scales. Here in x-axis we are taking years and y-axis we are taking variables. Here x-axis 1 centimeter to 10 minutes, y-axis 1 centimeter to 5 minutes. Here the units, that is the scale, should be mentioned in the diagram. The proper scale should be mentioned in the diagram. The proper scale should be mentioned in the diagram. The next, fifth one is diagram should be simple. Yeah. What is the next? Fifth one is the diagram should be simple. The diagram should be simple. The diagram should be simple. The next one is to indicate different parts. To indicate different parts. that is shading, color and crossings are to be used. Here to indicate different parts, shading, color and crossing are to be used. Here you have to shade the part or color the part or cross the part. Okay. Next one. It should not be overloaded with more information. Seventh one. It should not be overloaded with more information. It should not be overloaded with more information. It should not be overloaded with more information. Here, these are the 7 rules for constructing diagrams and graphs. Here, the first one is the diagrams. Every diagram should have a suitable title, and it is written above it. Second one, the diagram should be neat and attractive. Third one is the diagram should be complete in all the aspects. The next fourth one is proper scale should be mentioned in the diagram. Okay, the next fifth one is the diagram should be simple. The sixth one is to indicate different parts, shading, coloring and crossings are to be used. To indicate the different parts, one particular shading different shading or different coloring. Next crossing, one in the row of the column to indicate the different parts, shading, coloring and crossing to be used. The next seventh one is it should not be overloaded with more information. Okay. The next one is types of diagrams. Types of diagrams. There are totally 4 types of diagrams are there. First one is one-dimensional diagram, two-dimensional diagram, three-dimensional diagram, and pictograms and cartograms. The first one is one-dimensional diagram. Second one, two-dimensional diagram. Third one, three-dimensional diagram. And fourth one is pictograms and cartograms. Here, the totally 4 types of diagrams are there. The first one is one-dimensional diagram. Second one, two-dimensional diagram. Third one is three-dimensional diagram. And fourth one is pictograms and cartograms. In your syllabus, you are discussing only 2 diagrams. They are one and two-dimensional diagrams. Here, one and two-dimensional diagrams. Okay, the three-dimensional diagrams, pictograms and cartograms are not there in your syllabus. We are dealing with only 2 diagrams. They are one and two-dimensional diagram. Okay, here first one is one dimensional diagram. First one is one dimensional diagram. What is a one dimensional diagram? What is said to be? What is the define one dimensional diagram? Okay, here what is the one dimensional diagram? The diagrams drawn by considering the diagrams drawn by considering only one dimension is called one dimensional diagram. It's called one dimensional diagram. What is one dimensional diagram? Yeah, the diagrams drawn by considering only one dimension. Only one dimension, then it is said to be one dimensional diagram. Here, best example is bar diagram is a one dimensional diagram. Here, bar diagram is a one dimensional diagram. Here, the bar diagram is a one dimensional diagram. What is one dimensional diagram? The diagrams drawn by considering only one dimension is called one dimensional diagram. Here, usually you are using the bar diagram is a one dimensional diagram. This is one dimensional. They are mostly bar diagrams. Okay, here only the height is considered. Here in one dimensional diagram, here only height or length. It is also said to be length. Height is considered. It is only height. We are dealing with only one variable. That is here only one height is considered. That is the one dimensional diagram. You guys got it? What is the one dimensional diagram? The diagrams drawn by considering only one dimension is called one dimensional diagram. Usually the bar diagram is a one dimensional diagram. Here only height is considered. Here we are dealing with only height or length, both are same. Okay, height is considered. Okay, the next one is types of one dimensional diagrams. Types of one dimensional diagrams. Types of one dimensional diagram. Here there are totally four types are there. One is simple bar diagram. Second one is multiple bar diagram. It is also called as a compound bar diagram. Third one is component bar diagram. It is also called as subdivided bar diagram. Next, last one is percentage bar diagram. first one is simple bar diagram, second one is multiple bar diagram. Multiple bar diagram is also called as compound bar diagram. Third one is component bar diagram. Component bar diagram is also called as subdivided bar diagram. It is also called as subdivided bar diagram. The next one is percentage bar diagram. Fourth one is percentage of bar diagram. Okay, here first we have to discuss the simple bar diagram. What is a simple bar diagram? What is a simple bar diagram? Okay, here the simple bar diagram is drawn. The simple bar diagram is drawn when the items have to be compared with, when the items have to be compared with regard to a single variable. Single variable is called simple bar diagram. It's called simple bar diagram. What is simple bar diagram? The simple bar diagram is drawn. The simple bar diagram is drawn when the items have to be compared with. When the items have to be compared with regard to a single variable. Single variable is called simple bar diagram. Suppose if you are dealing with only single variable, then it is said to be simple bar diagram. Here, the simple bar diagrams are drawn when the items have to be compared with. When the items have to be compared with single variable. When the items have to be compared with single variable is called simple bar diagram. Is said to be simple bar diagram. Here we are dealing with only single variable, not two. It is only single variable. Here the items are represented by. Here the items are. Here the items are represented by. Here the items are represented by rectangular bars. Rectangular bars. Here the items are represented by rectangular bars with height proportional to their magnitude. With height proportional to their magnitude. With height proportional to their magnitude. Here the items are represented by rectangular bars with height proportional to their magnitude. Here the item, here import is a one item. Here the items are represented by rectangular bars. It is a rectangular bar. The item is an item. Here the item is export or import. Import. Next, it is export. Export. The next says prices, whatever, etc. These are set of items. Here, the items are represented by rectangular bars. Here, these are items. The items are represented by rectangular bars with height proportional to their magnitude. With height proportional to their magnitude. Here the height is proportional to their magnitude. Okay, height is proportional to their magnitude. Okay, for example, by this method, exports of a country in different years. Exports of a country exports of a country in different years. Different years. Exports of a country in different years. The next, population of India. Population of India in state wise. Population of India in state wise. Here, first example is what? Exports of a country in different years. Here, years are taken along x-axis and exports are taken along y-axis. That is the export input variable. Variables are taken along y-axis. Here, the exports of a country in different years. In the year of 2000, 2001, 2, 3, up to so on. The next, population of India in state wise. In state, that what in okay in state wise. Okay, here in Karnataka, how many total population is? For example, 1 crore. In Maharashtra, 1.5 crore. In Hyderabad, okay. In Andhra Pradesh, the population is 2 crore, etc. Here, the population of India in state wise. It is a simple bar diagram. Here, the simple bar diagram is drawn when the items have to be compared with regard to a single variable. Items have to be compared with regard to a single variable. This is the first single variable, the next second single variable, third, fourth, fifth, up to so on. Here the items are represented in a single variable. That is said to be simple bar diagram. It is said to be simple bar diagram. Okay, for one note. One note, while preparing simple bar diagram, we have to concentrate 2 points. The first point is space between conjugative bars are equal. Space between conjugative bars are equal. The space between conjugative bars are equal. Say conjugative bars means, for example, it is the first bar, second bar, this is the third bar. Here conjugative means this space is said to be conjugative bars. Here the space between conjugative bars are equal. Here ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಒಂದು ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲಿ 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ 1 ಸೆಂಟಿಮೀಟರ್ 1 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ 2 3 ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. Here the space between conjugative bars are equal. The space between conjugative bars are equal. The second one is the bars are equal width. Second one is the bars are equal width. The bars are equal width. The bars are equal width. Say the width of the bar should be equal for each. The bars are equal width. Clear? ಇಷ್ಟೇ width ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಪ್ಪ ಸೇಮ್ width ಎಲ್ಲಾನು ಸೇಮ್ width ತಗೋಬೇಕಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಡಿಫರೆಂಟ್ ತಗೊಳಕ್ ಬರಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. The bars are equal width. Okay, it is about the simple bar diagram. One example. Let us consider one example based on a simple bar diagram. Here represent the data regarding the population of different countries by simple bar diagram. Represent the data regarding the population of different countries by simple bar diagram. Okay, here they are given country, China, India, population it is measured in terms of million. It is measured in terms of million. 1341, 1210, 309, 238, 191, 185. Here represent the data regarding the population of different countries by simple bar diagram. By simple bar diagram. Here the title should be mentioned in the top. Population of countries. Title is population of countries here. See here countries are taken along x-axis and population is taken along the y-axis. The countries are taken along x-axis and population is taken along the y-axis. Okay. Here, first we have taken countries: China, India, third one is USA, fourth one Indonesia, Brazil, Pakistan. KSK, the x-axis countries, the y-axis 1 centimeter equal to, here the highest value is what? 1341, 1210, 309, 238, 190, 185. Here, what is the highest value? Highest value is 1341. Highest value is 1341. Highest value is 1341. The next, you have to take the y-axis 1 centimeter equal to 200 units. Or 200 units. 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200 and 1400. Here, next we have to draw a rectangular bar with the height equal to 1341. Draw a rectangular bar with height equal to 1341. Draw a first rectangular bar with height equal to 1341. This is the first China. The next, draw a second rectangular with height equal to 1210. See here the space between the conjugative bars are equal. The space between conjugative bars are equal. Next, USA 309. The next, Indonesia 238. The next, Brazil 191. The next, 185. Pakistan 185. This is a rough diagram. You know, like graph sheet compulsory graph sheet all take okay, graph sheets use okay. It is about the population of countries. The diagram showing the population of countries. Here the first one shows the China, that is 1341. Here draw a rectangular first rectangular bar with height equal to 1341. Draw a second rectangular bar with height equal to 1210. Draw a third rectangular with height equal to 309. Draw a fourth rectangular with height equal to 238. Draw a fifth rectangular with height equal to 191. Draw a sixth rectangular with height equal to 185. It is about simple bar diagram. Yes, got it? Okay. In the next class, we shall discuss about multiple bar diagram, component bar diagram, and percentage bar diagram. Okay. Thank you.